Hi, beautiful soul family. This is Sudipta, the Mystic Crab, and I wanted to talk about some of the laws of the universe. So, I have recorded one video for Law of Karma. Please check it out. And now I want to talk about the law of oneness. So, we often, especially in these times, that we are seeing a lot of communalism and a lot of hatred coming out because of the religious factors, that people are trying to explain that we all are one. God is one. And that is exactly what I want to talk about and what I want to touch on. I know it is a delicate subject, but you know what? This is a time where people need to really come together, and they are. They are. The world has caused us this crisis, which is bringing us together in some way or the other. So, this is the time we understand that we all are one. We all have come from one source, and we are going to go back to the same source. Our journeys are different. That's it. So, going back to the Big Bang Theory, so we all know that, when in the beginning there was this light source, that entire big mass of energy, and it was spinning at high speed, and then it shattered. So just imagine a piece of glass that you have, or a mirror, or just like a big slab of glass. So when it falls and it breaks, it is going to fragment into pieces, and there might be smaller fragments which you might not be even able to find when you're trying to put everything back together. You can try to tape it together, still there'll be small fragments which you probably might not even find, and they won't even fit in anyway. It's very difficult to fit it back in, but that does not mean it's not glass. There's still those little fragments, they're still glass. That's still glass. That's exactly how we are formed. That's exactly what we are. We are still a part of the source. We are still a piece of that beautiful source. We just forget that in our journey because we have shut it far away from the source, and we think that, the light is too far away for us and we're always lost. But we are not lost. We're just not looking enough. We're just not looking enough because we are constantly looking at, oh, what is my neighbor doing? Oh, how is he steering his wheel? But we are not trying to see or find the way ourselves. We are constantly trying to see what other people are doing. We have that flock mentality. And anybody who tries to stand out, we try to pull them down, thinking that he's an idiot or there's something wrong with that person. We never understand that everybody is so unique, including us. We are so unique in our own being, yet we are all the same because we have come from that one source. So it is very important for us to understand that we all are here as the children of that one source. So we need to always stay connected to that source and spread that love that source has for all of us. That source who we call God, somebody calls it Allah, somebody calls it Jesus, somebody calls it Vishnu, somebody calls it something else. Those are just labels. Our conscious mind is so used to giving labels that we forget what is the point. What is the point beyond it? We are giving label for a point. We're trying to make a point, and that is why we are giving that label. So in the process of giving the label, we forgot the point. And the point is the source. And the source is the same sun which is lighting the east and the west of the world. Is the same sun which is lighting the northern and the southern hemisphere of the world. It is the same moon that we are seeing in the north, south, east, west. So you see, source does not distinguish. We do. Our conscious mind does it. So it's very important for us now in times like this, when the world is facing a crisis, to understand that we all are one. We need to start looking at each other with love and compassion and not judge. Not always compare that, oh, I have got this, what has that person got? Or, oh, he has got so much, I don't have enough. That's all materialistic. That's all ego driven. It's all our conscious driven. So we need to change our consciousness. We have to get out of those lower vibrations of our conscious, which keeps us stagnated, which don't allow us to be happy from inside. And happiness does not come from outside. It comes from the peace within you. It comes from within you. You are the source of your own happiness because you are connected to the source. You're connected to the source. So as and when you understand and realize your connection to the source, you will understand how loved you are and the peace that lies within you, and where you are exactly in your journey is where you are supposed to be. That's where you're supposed to be. Nothing happens to you, everything happens for you. There is something called the divine time, and I see the clock over there. So everything happens in divine time. There is something called the God's time. So everything is going to happen for you when it's time for you. But you have to first understand the concept of oneness. Understand that there's one source. Understand that we all are one. We are children of the same father and the mother. So start seeing yourself in everybody, and that is where the love and the compassion is going to flow out from your heart. You will stop judging. And first person you need to stop judging is yourself. We tend to be our own worst critics, and that is also because of the conditioning we have got. We grew up in a society where we feel we are never enough, and we never tend to accept ourselves for who we are. We decline our self-worth again and again and again, and you know what? Every time you do that, that's the kind of energy you attract towards you. And that's something I have spoken about even in my law of karma. So the energy you give out is exactly what you draw in, because it has to get balanced. It has to get balanced. So to stay in balance, you need to be in balance with yourself. So if you love yourself, you will be loved by everyone, because that's the energy you're going to give out, the energy of love. If you're happy within you, you are going to always be happy and spread happiness, and come what may, you're always going to be happy from inside. So remember that you are the source of your own joy, because you're always connected to that source, and everybody else is also on the same journey as you. It's just that the path is different. It's like you can't expect an orange to grow on an apple tree, but they both have fruits. And even if you actually look at the leaves of the same plant, and I was doing this experiment the other day myself. So I was just looking at the leaves of the same plant, and I was just comparing. They looked similar but not the same. So what I mean to say is, though we look so different on the surface, does not really mean we are different from each other. It's our perception. As soon as we start looking at them as our brothers or sisters from the same source, it will start making difference, and it is going to make such a compassionate difference, because that's what the world needs right now. Compassion, more love. We've seen enough hatred, we've seen enough wars, we've seen enough fights. That's it. Let's spread some love, some happiness, some joy. So that's what I have for you guys here in this video. I will keep talking about more of the 12 laws of the universe. So stay tuned, and I will keep on sharing more content. Thank you guys for so much love that you gave me. Thank you, and share my content, like it if you are drawn to it. Sending you guys so much love. Thanks. Bye bye. Have a good day.